Green energy to fight climate challenges, Part 2. The urgent shift from fossil fuels to renewable energy is essential to combat climate change and protect global ecosystems. Energy production is the primary driver of the climate crisis, responsible for over 75% of global greenhouse gas emissions and nearly 90% of all carbon dioxide emissions. To avert the worst impacts of climate change, scientific consensus dictates that global emissions must be halved by 2030 and reach net zero by 2050. This imperative is accelerating the adoption of renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydropower. While fossil fuels currently have cost advantages, the long-term environmental, economic, and health benefits of renewables are driving their rapid deployment. This transition is motivated by the need to mitigate climate change, enhance energy security, and escape the volatility of fossil fuel markets. Technological advancements have led to dramatic cost reductions, making renewables increasingly competitive while also improving air quality and creating jobs in the growing clean energy sector. A blueprint for success, the ozone layer recovery. A proven model for global environmental action is the recovery of the ozone layer. Its depletion in the late 20th century led to the 1987 Montreal Protocol, which successfully phased out nearly 99% of ozone-depleting substances. This agreement paved the way for subsequent climate accords like the Kyoto Protocol and the Paris Agreement. The coordinated effort is working. The ozone layer is on track to fully recover by 2040 in most regions, by 2045 over the Arctic, and around 2066 over Antarctica. However, new challenges are emerging. Geoengineering proposals, such as stratospheric aerosol injection, SAI, to cool the planet, could pose unforeseen risks to ozone chemistry and atmospheric stability, indicating that such interventions require extreme caution. The scale of the challenge. Despite progress, global warming continues to accelerate. From 1990 to 2005, human-caused greenhouse gas emissions rose by 26%, with carbon dioxide responsible for approximately 80% of that increase. Major emission sources are diverse and widespread. Power plants, accounting for 40% of U.S. coal emissions, mostly from coal. Transportation, 33% of U.S. coal emissions. Industrial farming, methane and co. Deforestation. Fertilizer use, nitrous oxide. Oil and gas drilling. Permafrost thaw. Landfills, methane. Meeting rising energy demand while decarbonizing is a monumental task. Global energy consumption is immense, at approximately 580 million terajoules annually, equivalent to 13,865 million tons of oil. The average global per capita consumption is about 57.6 kilowatt-hour per day, though this varies greatly between nations. With energy demand growing 1–2% annually due to population and economic growth, new clean energy infrastructure must not only meet this increasing need but also actively displace existing fossil fuel systems. The rise of renewables. Renewable energy, derived from naturally replenishing sources, offers a sustainable path forward. After being overshadowed by cheaper fossil fuels during the industrial era, technological advances have made renewables cost competitive and they now represent a significant portion of the energy mix. The main types of renewable energy include hydropower, the largest source globally. Wind and solar, the fastest growing sources. Biomass, geothermal, and ocean energy. Solar energy has seen the highest growth in new capacity. As of 2022, global solar photovoltaic (PV) capacity reached 1,177 gigawatts (GW), with generation surpassing 1,300 TWh, a 26% year-on-year increase. China is the world leader with 430 GW of capacity, followed by the US and India. Solar is most effective in sunny regions, though its intermittency necessitates advancements in battery storage technology. Wind energy has also expanded dramatically. Global capacity surged from 7.5 GW in 1997 to over 900 GW by 2022, with 116.6 GW added in 2023 alone. In 2022, Wind generated over 2,100 TWh, more than 7% of global electricity. China and the US are the leading producers. Notably, countries like Pakistan possess significant untapped potential, with a 1,046 kilometer coastline ideal for wind farms, yet its national climate plans have historically overlooked this resource. National commitments and strategies. Under the Paris Agreement, countries submit nationally determined contributions, NDCs, every 5 years. For instance, Pakistan aims to cut up to 20% of its 2030 projected emissions, but this goal is contingent on receiving $40 billion in international grants. India's commitments focus on sustainable lifestyles, reducing emission intensity, and expanding non-fossil fuel electricity. The economic potential of this transition is already being realized. Companies in India have successfully earned carbon credits under mechanisms like the Clean Development Mechanism, proving that emission reductions can also be economically beneficial. Critical strategies for a sustainable future. 3 strategies are paramount for effective climate action: expanding solar energy, expanding wind energy, and promoting rainwater harvesting. For nations like Pakistan, the latter is especially critical. Facing projected severe water scarcity by 2025 due to glacial melt and erratic rainfall, capturing monsoon rainwater instead of losing it to floods is a vital adaptation strategy. This enhances water security and reduces dependence on energy-intensive water treatment processes. In conclusion, the transition to renewable energy is indispensable for climate stability. It also offers significant co-benefits for public health, economic security, and sustainable development. Through continued innovation, strong policy support, and international cooperation, a cleaner and safer future is an achievable goal.